So, essentially, what I did was I did a little bit of networking, sent a few DMs, networked a bit, and essentially, I just asked quite a few self-improvement YouTubers their top lessons and their most valuable advice they've got and they've learnt from creating self-improvement videos. And I know you probably saw the big 3 names in the title and everything. So I'm not going to clickbait you. I'm literally just going to go through that right now. So I haven't really watched any of these or really read through the messages yet, but we're just going to go into it. Oh, hang on, I've got to listen to it. Give me a second. I'll probably edit this bit up so you can see the video. So this is Ruff.
Yo, so the question that I got was, what is the most valuable thing that I learned from creating content? I think the most valuable thing is being yourself, authentically 100% yourself and no one else. And I think the reason that it's so important is because whenever we go to places, you go to the school, you go to the mall, you go wherever, you change a little bit of your personality to fit into that place. And we do that so often, every single day, that we kind of forget who we truly are. I'll ask you this question, when is the last time you were truly yourself? YouTube is the place to do that. YouTube is the place to be exactly who you are, because the reason you watch certain content creators, if you look at the people you watch them because they're them and nobody else. And so a very common thing that I hear is that, I can't be a YouTuber because I'm an introvert and I don't speak very well. Okay, do you think there are more introverts or extroverts on YouTube? Probably introverts, right? Because it's an online platform. The extroverts will be outside doing extrovert shit. So by you being introvert, by you not being able to speak very well, by you not being able to articulate your thoughts, by you messing up your words sometimes, that actually makes you more relatable. And so imagine that there's someone out there with I can't fucking say it. I can't speak either, bro. There's someone out there with your specific personality that would fall in love with your personality because you match. But imagine, because you don't feel like you can be yourself and you've changed yourself so much, you change yourself to be something else entirely. And so now you don't match anymore. So that guy that would have fallen in love with your personality doesn't see your real personality, and so he never has that chance to really connect with you. That's probably the one skill that I struggle with the most, but it's probably the most important one. Polarize people with your authentic personality. So I'll just leave you with this question. When's the last time you were truly your real self? But yeah, sorry this took so long. I just went on a big rant, so I think it's going to be half the video. Alright, give me this.
Bro, Ruff is a very funny, chill guy, man. And I really appreciate him for doing that, because he's made a whole video and it's very funny and he's edited the whole thing and... Essentially, I'll elaborate and go into detail on what he says. So at the start, he was talking about being authentic, being yourself, and not being somebody else. And that's because, as he was saying on there, there's someone out there, there's people out there who will really vibe and really connect. I don't know what. But there's people out there that would really vibe and connect with you. And if you're not showing who you truly are, and you're not showing that true personality that those people would connect with, if you're not showing the true personality that those people would connect with, then those people aren't going to connect with you, and instead you're going to get some other fake people who connect with your fake personality. And this is kind of slightly different, but the biggest reason people put on a different personality and pretend to be someone they aren't is simply for views, because most of the time being put in being like a little Andrew Tate stan, and talking like Andrew Tate, or just you know what I mean, you see those people, they talk like Andrew Tate and they're just not up for it, and then you can tell they're putting it on. But when you act like that and you pretend to be Tate, then you do get a lot of views like that. And so they're sacrificing their true personality and their authenticity for more views. And I made a whole video about this, it's called Purpose Over Profits. It's 2 videos before this one. But when you prioritize views in the short term, you don't get them in the long term. That's a whole thing that you can go watch that video for. But being authentic, being yourself, is definitely the number one thing you can do. And then he was talking about polarizing people through your authentic personality, and that is so correct, because when people see you being yourself, some people will see you as cringy, and some people won't like you for being yourself because everyone, like basically everybody on the internet nowadays, like fakes themselves and pretends to be someone they're not. So some people will find you cringy for being yourself, and some people will absolutely love you for being yourself. That's what polarization is, because if you're being yourself and you're just showing who you are, some people will hate you for that, and some people will love you for that. And so it pushes people away from the grey zone. And when you polarize people, it's so good because having people that really, really love you, obviously that'll really benefit you because they'll buy your products and you'll make loads of money and stuff. But then also having people that really, really hate you, that still benefits you because they still give you attention, and then you still make. I'm trying not to use the word profit or make money, but you still do benefit off people hating you because they give you attention. So really, really valuable lesson there from Ruff. That is definitely the #1 lesson that anyone could ever give. For especially not just for self-improvement YouTubers, but just in life in general, being authentic and not pretending to be someone else you're not. And he was also saying there about being not like, oh yeah, but I'm an introvert, so I don't want to speak. Most people are introverts. As he said, most people on the internet are introverts, and so most people will vibe with you if you show yourself, if you show your true personality as an introvert. And it doesn't matter if you're not perfect. It doesn't matter if you stutter up your words or anything. YouTube is actually moving now towards, this is another really valuable lesson, YouTube is now moving more towards authenticity and showing your personality rather than like professionalism and stuff. Look at Sam Sulek, and I've got another example, a really personal example I'll give in a minute, but look at Sam Sulek, or Sam Sulek, however you say his name. Essentially no editing, a few cuts every now and then. He's just going about his day, talking, showing who he is, showing his true personality. He's getting hundreds of thousands of views a day, just for recording himself for an hour a day. That's what true authenticity is, and he is a perfect example on that. And if you think that's just a random example, I kind of did a little test. I didn't really do the test on purpose. Essentially what happened was I created another channel just to practice my French on, literally just to practice and talk on my French so I could upload it onto YouTube and just have a bit of fun doing that. I didn't care if the channel got views or not, I just wanted to practice my French and just have fun with it. And guess what, that channel started getting a decent amount of views because I was just being authentic and showing my true personality, and I wasn't caring about the views. Again, I made a whole video about this. It's called Purpose Over Profits. You can just search it up on my channel. I think that'd be really, really valuable for you. Yeah, Ruff is the man. Ruff is, oh my god. Thank you so much for that, Ruff. That is a very, very valuable lesson. Right, who have we got next? Jak Piggott, right. Essentially, I just asked him for his most valuable lesson. He sent a message back. He said, just be yourself and focus on providing as much value as possible. There'd be my only two things. Again, be yourself. Be authentic. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Because if you try and pretend to be someone you're not, like, I'll explain it again. I'll explain it slightly differently this time. If you try and, let's say you want to be like, let's say you pretend to be Hamza. Let's say you talk like Hamza and you act like Hamza and everything. Who's going to be better at speaking like Hamza? Is Hamza going to be better at speaking like Hamza? Or are you going to be better at speaking like Hamza? Obviously Hamza is going to be better at speaking like himself than you are. And so why would someone ever watch you over Hamza? Because you're just like a copy of him. You're a lesser version of him. So why would anyone ever pick you over him? However, if you act like yourself and you be yourself, as Jak is saying there, then there's no one else that can be better at being you. You are the #1 best person in the world at being you. And there are people that will really vibe with you. If you just search up 1,000 true fans, I might make a video on that actually, 1,000 true fans. It's a whole theory where basically, you only need 1,000 true fans. You only need 1,000 people to pay you $100 a year, and that's $100,000 a year. You don't need a massive, huge audience to make loads of money. You just need 1,000 people. I've got 1,400 subscribers at the moment. Most of them are from YouTube Shorts, which I've now deleted because I realised they're bad. But imagine 1,400 people who are willing to pay me $10 a month. $10 a month, that's $120,000 a year. Imagine that. That doesn't seem too hard, does it? And so, there's at the very least, 1,000 people in the world who would really vibe with you and really connect with you and really, really like your true personality. And so you have to show that true personality because you're the best at showing your true personality. So again, that is a #1 lesson. Go watch my video, Purpose Over Profits, and I'm really, really plugging it here. Yeah, really valuable lesson from there from Jak. Just be yourself. And then focus on providing as much value as possible. focus on providing as much value as possible, because on YouTube, I don't know where I got this from. This just kind of appeared in my head. On YouTube, videos are free, right? Right? Videos are free on YouTube? No, videos are not free on YouTube. Instead of paying with cash, people don't have to pay with cash, but instead they have to pay with their time and their attention, which arguably is a lot more valuable than money. Arguably, time and attention is a lot more valuable than money, because you only have limited time in the world. I'm not going to go into that. But for someone to watch your video, they have to pay with their time and attention, so your videos aren't free. Yeah? So essentially, you have to make your video valuable enough so that these people will spend their money. No. You have to make your videos valuable enough so that people will spend their time to get the value back. Because if you're not giving much value, no one's going to spend their time. Look at it this way. Imagine people had to spend money on YouTube videos to watch them. It'd be stupid, but just imagine it. Who would buy your videos, honestly? Who would buy your videos? Nobody. Nobody would buy. I'm not trying to be insulting here, but are your videos actually that valuable? Would someone watch your video and would it change their life? Would it change their whole perspective of life? Would it change their whole mindset? I'm just realizing this now, because I'll start trying to make my videos as valuable as possible. As valuable as possible. Look at my past 2 videos before this. Those are the only real 2 videos I've done it for. Purpose over profits and my absolutely massive Q&A video, and in both of them I've had multiple people message me saying about how valuable these videos are. And it's just, I don't understand why I didn't do it earlier, because these videos where I'm actually trying to put value and help people in them, they're actually getting more views. Just because I'm trying to help people. I'm not chasing the views in them, I'm just trying to help people, and they actually end up getting more views. And so focusing on providing as much value as possible, that will actually get you more results in the long term. And again, I go into in the big purpose over profits video, that explains it too. You'll actually make more money and get more views if you don't care about views and you don't care about money, and you just care about helping people. That's a whole other thing, I'm not going to explain it. 2 very valuable lessons there from Jak. Definitely. So thank you, Jak, for that. I don't know if you're watching. Oh, the big name, Hamza. I didn't actually ask him this, obviously. I'm in Adonis school, so I have had some like minor interaction with him. But essentially, the number 1 lesson I've learned from him is to be fulfilled. It's to be no. What am I saying? No. I've got a screenshot of it on the screen. I just waffled there. All right. The number 1 lesson I've learned from him is to only do YouTube and only help people if it's purposeful, essentially. Because a lot of people, they try and do YouTube and they try and make money doing YouTube and everything, and it's not even purposeful for them. Like, they don't really enjoy making videos, they don't really enjoy helping people and talking on camera. Like, for me, I've done YouTube since I was like 9. I've live streamed for that, I was about to say thousands of hours. No, it probably is thousands of hours I've live streamed for. Live streaming Fortnite or live streaming Minecraft. Talking, making videos. I've made probably about 1,000 YouTube videos in my whole life. Most of them gaming videos, but it's still something I've absolutely loved doing my whole life. And so I'm not trying to brag or anything, but YouTube is definitely something that's purposeful to me, because I enjoy doing this. Right now, I'm loving it. It's hard work, yes, because I have to talk in front of the camera. I have to like synthesize everything and like teach you the lessons, but it is something I really love doing. It is a lesson that I really, really enjoy doing. A lesson. What am I waffling about, bro? Yeah, I'm not very good at speaking today, am I? But what I was saying was, what was I saying? Yes, you have to make sure you actually enjoy doing it. Enjoy doing it. Because you have to. Because I think I've got a screenshot. It keeps distracting me. I've got a screenshot of a message, but essentially, what it is a lot of people do YouTube and stuff for money. A lot of people do it for money, do it for views, because they just like getting the status, they like getting the attention, and they hope to make money in the future. And so, as I said before, if they're just focusing on the views, and if they're focusing on the money, they're inwardly selfish, and they don't care about what effect that has on other people. And so, because they don't care about other people, and they only care about how it affects themselves, they obviously get less results. That's kind of going into the why. But on this little message here that I've got, he was just saying that a lot of people, they were like, oh yeah, but Hamza, like, alright, I'm sorry, I need to get my head straight. Right. So, a lot of people say, like, so Hamza's message he's putting out is to not focus on the money and just to focus on helping people. And then a lot of people say, oh yes, but Hamza, you're already rich, so you don't need to focus on the money. Then his response to that is, yes, but that's how I made my money, by not caring about money. And being purposeful and helping people, it's a whole very broad but very general and purpose. What am I saying, honestly, bro? Sorry. Oh, I don't like cutting the video, so this is all going to stay in the video. Purposeful, authentic, showing my authentic, true personality. Yeah, I'll probably have all the stuff up on screen. But it's definitely being purposeful in YouTube. Being purposeful and not just doing it for the views and money. That's I've just waffled, honestly, for ages. Right. Next up is Ari. Ari is honestly a sick guy, bro. He's the one that got me in touch with Ruff, who recorded the big video for me, bro. Ari and Ruff are on top, man. Ari and Ruff are like going on the next level, honestly. And Ari has said, the number one lesson is just trusting yourself 100%, never doubting your abilities, and to always strive to keep learning, improving, and growing. So there is a lot there. Trusting yourself 100% and never doubting your abilities. That's good. That's honestly good, because I think this is especially valuable for people who are just starting on YouTube, where they're like, I don't know if YouTube is for me. I don't know if I can do it. I've got no experience talking. Like my friend, I was talking to him earlier, and he was just saying, like, he doesn't really want to start a channel where he shows his face or anything, because he thinks he's not good enough for it yet. He thinks he's not good enough at speaking, and he thinks he's not, like, cut out for it yet. And I was just saying it to him, like, stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself, because you can do it, and the only way to try to prove to yourself that you can do it is by actually doing it. So, and by doing it, I'm talking about, like, making videos and doing YouTube. So the only way you can actually get better is by, like, recording videos and making videos and, like, doing the thing. And so if you don't trust yourself and you doubt your abilities, you're not going to be doing it as much, and then you're never going to get as good as you possibly can be. So you just have to be confident in yourself that you can do it. Maybe you won't get the results straight away. Maybe you probably won't get the results straight away, actually. You won't get the results straight away. But in the long term, if you carry on and you just keep doing it and you never doubt yourself, then you will get there. Because if you do doubt yourself, if you do doubt, that sounds weird, if you do doubt yourself, then you're always going to be unconfident. And if you're unconfident, then you're not going to be as motivated or driven to work. That's a very valuable lesson there from Ari. And to always strive to keep learning, improving, and growing. Especially when you're a self-improvement YouTuber. Learning and then teaching your lessons, and growing and then teaching the lessons, is definitely very valuable. And this is a lesson I've honestly learned recently. I kind of learned this lesson on the next level. But it's to, obviously I'm always learning about new things and then teaching them. That's the whole purpose over profits video. I've learned that very recently and just taught it because I really wanted to teach it. But especially to keep improving and growing, because what I was doing for this past week or so is sitting in my room on my computer and just working, and I was getting results with my YouTube, yes. I was getting results with, like, the coaching and mentorship I was doing, yes. But and I was helping people with that too, but I wasn't really growing myself. It was like I was working, but I wasn't improving myself, and it was like I was prioritizing the results in the short term instead of prioritizing the results in the long term, because especially when you're a self-improvement YouTuber, you're teaching people about life. You're teaching people about life and how to improve their lives, and so you have to keep learning yourself, and you have to keep improving yourself and keep growing in your own life, because if you stay where you are in life, then you're not going to be able to help people as much in their life. That is a very valuable lesson there from Ari, so thank you for Ari. Next we got Aris. I'm not sure, honestly, I've never heard him pronounce his own name. This is Aris. His YouTube channel is called Screw Mediocrity. And I'm pretty close with him. Done a lot of speaking with him about YouTube. And his answer to this question about the most valuable lesson to YouTube is, one of the most important things in self-improvement is finding your purpose and loving your work. And I like the quote that goes, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Okay, so, again, the message from Hamza was to love your purpose and love your work, and this is the same message Aris is giving, and it's a very valuable message. You can see that everyone's giving very similar messages, and that's because not everybody's on the same level here, but everybody I've got in this video is on the right track, and they're purposeful with their work, honestly. Right. So, again, finding your purpose and loving your work. I made a whole video, it's kind of old now and it's kind of stupid, but I made a video on why you should love your work and why you should be purposeful in your work. I'm going to take this watch off. This watch is irritating me. Yeah, being purposeful in your work is honestly, it's so valuable, and because if you don't enjoy your work, then you're just going to hate your life. Again, the two things that go into purpose, I believe, is that you help people with your purpose and you enjoy your work. And we've already covered them. But if you don't enjoy your work, then you're not going to enjoy your life, are you? Like, look at these, like, I don't want to like put them down, but like people that just work 9 to 5 they don't enjoy just to make money and get by. They don't really enjoy their lives as much as they could if they were doing their dream job. Obviously, some of these people, they could be doing their dream job and everything, but a lot of them, they're probably just doing a job for money and not because they enjoy it. Like, they live for the weekends. And imagine if those people, they enjoyed their work, how much happier they would be. Imagine you enjoy your, like, maybe you're at school right now, or maybe you're at college or university or whatever. If you truly, you might do truly enjoy that, but imagine if you truly enjoy what you do every day. 8, 10, 16 hours a day of working, and you love it. Imagine that. Doing 16 hours a day. I mean, 16 is a bit much. Imagine doing 12 hours a day of work that you truly enjoy, and you're helping people with it, and you're actually making progress with it. And you're helping people, and you love it, and you're making progress with it. That would be such a beautiful life. Look at me, obviously I've still got school and everything, but I do YouTube and I love it. I love helping people like this. I love doing the mentorship. I love helping people one-on-one. I love making these YouTube videos and like spraying the message of being purposeful and enjoying your life and improving your life. I love like giving this message to people and helping people like that. And so I love my life. I don't want to sound arrogant here, but I love my life. And you might do too, but if you don't, one of the number one things is to be purposeful with your work and to really enjoy your work. And if you're a bit confused about what I'm saying about purpose here, go watch the video called Purpose Over Profits. Again, I cover purpose at the start of that video, like what it is. Okay, and then he loves the quote that goes, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." If you sit wishing it was if you sit there wishing that it was easier, you're never going to make any progress, because you're always going to be wishing that a task is easier, and then you never get the task done because you're always like, oh, it's too hard. But if you wish you were better, then you're going to strive to make yourself better. That is a very strong and powerful quote. Thank you, Aris, for that. Okay, what have we got next? We've got Oliver next. Right, I know he sent me a video on Instagram. Let's watch this. Where's my earbuds gone? I'm not very good at using Instagram, honestly. I don't understand. I'm just like terrible at using Instagram. Where's my earbud gone? Bro, I've just lost an earbud. Where has it gone? Oh, it's there. There it is. Right.
Yo, what's good, boys? It's Oliver from Next Gen. Sam wanted me to hop on this video, so I just thought I'd give you a bit of game from my personal experience when creating YouTube videos. The number one lesson and thing which, you know, if I could go back and redo, was meeting people who are doing the same thing as me. When you are starting a new thing like content creation or, you know, being a YouTuber, you're going to need people who are doing the same things as you, so you can learn from, so you know, can get wisdom from, because just watching a YouTube video, you know, it isn't as good, but when you actually connect with other people who are doing the same thing as you, you know, you can mutually exchange things. Like, take it for example, Mr. Beast, one of the best YouTubers in the whole wide world. He, you know, was able to take off because he had 5 people which autistically analysed how a video and like how it all works and how analytics work and how to blow up. And once he gathered his elite force of people, he was able to take off because they both mutually exchanged knowledge. So if I could go back to the start, I would have joined the network or invested in a course or in something that allowed me to speak to someone else who is doing the same thing as me and who is, you know, above me in what I'm wanting to do. So that's from you, lads. Make sure you have a good one. And yeah, Sam, tag me in the description or something.
Yeah, I'll make sure to tag everyone in the description. I forgot about doing that, but I'm going to do that now. All right. So Oliver was talking about getting knowledge from people above you, learning from people above you, and having a network. And the beautiful thing about this is, it's not really, I was going to say it's ironic. I don't know if it's ironic or not, but this whole video, this has all come from networking. if I didn't do any networking and I just stayed by myself and didn't message anybody and just stayed alone on my own, this video would not exist, and this value that I'm giving you would not exist. And so networking is an insanely powerful thing. I might make a whole video on networking as well. I'm getting video ideas while making this video. And he was also talking about learning from people above you. So networking and learning from people above you, that is very, very valuable. I mean, I've learned a lot from Jak, just messaging him. I've learned a bit from Ruff, like through that video. Like Hamza, in the little like interactions we have every now and then, I've learned a lot from that. And it's like, it's people above you, and people above you, learning from them, it is so, so valuable. And as he said, learning through videos like you're watching now, it's okay. But when you get like coaching, like one-on-one, I'm not trying to plug my coaching, I swear I'm not trying to plug my coaching. But when, I'll plug his product. Oliver does, it's called Next Gen Network. It's a big network of guys. I'm not sure how it's doing. I used to be in it. It was pretty decent. If you want to learn about all the business models and stuff like that, then it's pretty decent. There's some pretty big guys making a lot of money in there. If you're into like making a lot of money and stuff. But yeah, I swear I'm not plugging my coaching, but learning from people above you, like in his network, or like learning from me with my mentorship coaching, I swear to God, I am technically plugging it here, aren't I? I don't mean to plug it, I'm giving it as an example. So, learning one-on-one from people like that, and having interactions like that, it is so, so, so valuable, because you watch a YouTube video, yeah, it's generalized for like the YouTuber's whole audience, and you can learn a decent bit. There are plenty of videos from Hamza, especially Hamza's full guides, like the discipline, focus, like willpower, what was the other one? As full money guide as well. All of them are like very valuable, and courses too, like Hamza's courses in Adonis School, they're very valuable too, and they are incredibly valuable. But I've got a lot more value from just like talking to people, and like talking to people above me and getting like one-on-one advice like that, because I don't know what it is, but when the advice is personalized to you, and when the advice is given direct to you, it's so much more valuable. Even if it's the same advice, like, even like, look at Hamza, he's like, in his videos and calls, he gives the exact same advice he gives there, compared to like when he like leaves a comment on your post or something. But when he leaves a comment on your post, it's like so much more valuable, because it's been given direct to you, so it's like almost like you have to act on it now that it's been given direct to you. And getting like mentorship and accountability like that, and like being able to get advice from people above you, is so, so valuable. So that is something I don't really talk about much. That is a very valuable lesson from Oliver there. Right, Abe, and I need to like zoom this in so I can read it. It's very small. Right, message here from Abe. I used to talk with Abe a lot. We did a lot of YouTube networking back when I was quite a bit smaller. Right, and we've grown at quite the same rate, honestly. Right, so me and Abe, we've kind of like grown our channels together. Yeah, we don't talk much now because he's quite busy, but we have some good times. Right, I'd say some of the best advice is to make sure you actually enjoy it. And if not, there's other routes you can take with a YouTube game, but enjoying it makes it much better. I would also say, like with anything, it's important to have a long-term mindset with it and commit for the long term. He's gone into the first part we've already covered. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy YouTube and you still want to do YouTube, there is other parts of YouTube. Like, for example, I was honestly thinking just to stop the whole self-improvement channel thing, or maybe not completely, but to just make like a biking channel where I go and explore my bike. And I was thinking like, I could do that and I might enjoy it a little bit more, but then it wouldn't be too purposeful. And it's like, there's other routes with YouTube which can still be purposeful, if that makes sense. You don't have to do a self-improvement channel to be purposeful. And if you do want to do YouTube, there is other routes. And obviously you don't have to do YouTube or anything in general if you don't really want to do that. So we've already covered that. I'm not going to explain it and waffle on even more. And of course, everyone's saying in that, and it is very, very valuable. So you should take it and respect to everybody here for like giving this valuable message. He's also said, like with anything, it's important to have a long-term mindset with it and commit to the long term. I've been reading a book. First physical book I've read in years, honestly, because I always read online and I don't really read much in general, but The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. This is honestly an insane book. It's an absolutely insane book. It talks about, not only in business, but everywhere in your life in general, as Abe said, like with anything, having a long-term mindset, playing for the infinite game, and not playing for like the short game, if that makes sense, because it's a whole thing. I've explained it in that Purpose Over Profits video again. It's about an hour long. I really highly recommend you watch that because that will really, really set your mindset in. Give me a second, I'm gonna go get some more water. Oh wait, I can pause it on here. Hang on, wait. Yeah, that's cool, bro. I can like pause it and then play the video. Like I can pause the recording on my phone, so I don't even have to do like any more editing now. That's a good time saver. I forgot I could do that, and then I just remembered then. That's a good time saver. Yeah. So the Infinite Game, very valuable book. I've covered. I haven't fully read it yet. I've read like about 10% of it. Honestly, no, it's probably about 20% I've read now. I really haven't read much, and it is incredibly valuable. Planning for the long term is much more valuable because if you plan for the long term, your progress will be a lot slower at the start. Your progress will be a lot slower at the start, but in the long term, it'll be a lot higher, and obviously it goes exponential because of the compound effect and everything. But if you prioritize for the short term, your results straight away, they go really high up, but then it drops down again. And what I've compared this to is like a Jeffrey, a degenerate, where they're just getting their quick dopamine hit by prioritizing the short term, doing instant gratification. So they get their dopamine hit, they get all the results, like all the happiness, or not, it's not even happiness, they get all the feel good really, really quickly, and then after that they don't get anything because they've sacrificed their long term. That's like instant gratification in a way, because you're just getting that quick dopamine hit of the results straight away. But if you prioritize the short term, no, if you prioritize the long term, sorry, you get less results at the start, and then it gets more exponential much quicker, doesn't it? And you can compare that with instant and delayed gratification. Very valuable lesson there from Abe. Right, Azuolinis. Sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing names here. Right, Azuolinis. I'm not good at pronouncing foreign names. Sorry, Azuolinis. Oh my god, come on. It's too small to read, and I'm trying to make it bigger. Come on. Wait, can I make it full screen? Go on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Long message. The most valuable lesson I learned regarding my channel would be to find friends on self-improvement in online communities. The reason why I barely made any progress for the first year was that I would distance myself from bad friends, and within a week or two I would become lonely, and I would start thinking, maybe I should go play with them. The self-improvement stuff isn't working and I'm very lonely. With an online community on Discord or on school, yep, join my Discord server, join my link in description, join my Discord server. Bro, I'm doing so much plugging in this video, honestly. People are going to think I'm a salesman. On Discord or on school, you're going to be more motivated for growth, and the brothers in those communities will help you so much. Don't overlook it. That is so right. I made a video quite kind of related to this. What was it? It was called Why Sigma Males Are Wasting Their Lives, and that's because this whole like Sigma male community. I'm gonna sound so stupid talking about Sigma males here. Oh guys, I'm a Sigma Alpha male level 5 guy. Oh my, sorry, the wire was getting caught in the chair. Yeah, so I'm gonna sound so stupid talking about this, but Sigma males, essentially their whole mindset and everything, their whole belief system revolves around like, oh yeah, I'm a lone wolf, I don't need other people. And do you really think they're gonna make more results? Because lone wolves don't exist. When a wolf is alone in the wild, it dies. Wolves only survive when they're in packs, yeah? So a lone wolf, it doesn't actually exist. They all die. And so you need to, like, this applies to humans as well. You need sorry, right, ignore that. You need community, friendship, family. You need other people around you to support you, okay? Because humans, we're tribal creatures. Yes, we used to live in we're social creatures. Back in the caveman days, we used to live in tribes, and our bodies right now are the exact same as when we lived in tribes, because it was only like 30,000 years ago we lived in tribes. Evolution doesn't happen that fast. We barely evolved in those 30,000 years. But we've evolved in such as our situation is different. So we no longer live in tribes, and obviously we have all this new stuff, but our bodies are still the same as when we were cavemen. And so looking at how we lived when we were cavemen, yes, is so valuable to like live now, essentially. So that's the whole thing, that's a whole another concept that I need to explain, but I'm not going to waste time explaining it here. Essentially, we lived in tribes then, so like, we're social creatures then, and so we still are social creatures now because our bodies are the same. So, alright, sorry, I've just lost my train of thought again. Right. What was I saying? Right. So you need people, you need an online community. It doesn't even have to be online. If you can get friends in real life on self-improvement, that's even more beautiful, but a lot of people can't really get them, so online communities, that can act just as well. Like, on my Discord server, we do have a really, I'm not trying to brag here, and I'm not trying to plug it and be a salesman, but On our Discord community, we do have a really, really strong sense of community. There's like probably about 15 guys in there who are talking every day. There's probably about 5 or 10 of them who are talking for like an hour a day on it. And it's honestly crazy. It's honestly crazy how much value they're getting from it and how strong a sense of brotherhood there is and how much accountability there is to say on the drive, because if you're just alone, you have no accountability. You have accountability with yourself, but that isn't really worth anything. But when you have accountability with other people, especially when it's like an online community of brothers, it is so, so valuable. So definitely a W lesson there from Azuolinis. Then there's Timothy. All right, I've got to load this one up. I jumped on a call with him and asked him this question. I'm not actually too sure if he knew that I was going to put it in a video, but hey ho, I'm putting it in a video. Where is he? Right, let's get this.
Yeah, the most valuable thing probably is just like just showing up and actually making the video. And if you do that, like a lot more happens than you think could actually happen. Yeah, just staying consistent and showing up, like, because that's when you learn the most. Yeah, I feel like everything else just falls into place when you just show up. Like, you understand how to make like better videos and stuff. You'll naturally just like learn the game.
Timothy there said to just show up and the results will come. That's very valuable because especially if you're playing for the long term, if you're playing for the infinite game, if you're playing for the long term and not for the short term, consistency matters so much more over intensity, okay? Because if you show up every day, you will get a lot more results than if you just show up for a few days and do it really, really intensely. Look at it this way. Will you make more results in the gym if you just go to the gym for 30 minutes a day for a year? Or would you make more results in the gym if you went to the gym for 10 hours a day for a week? Where would you make more results? It would be when you went to the gym for 30 minutes a day for a year, wouldn't it? Obviously. Because that's how consistency works. So, especially if you're playing for the long term, consistency matters so much more over intensity. And if you just are consistent, everything else will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place if you just stay consistent, because consistency, it brings so many benefits. Like, there's too many to list, honestly. But if you just stay consistent and you don't quit, then you will succeed. Like, what was a quote I kind of came up with? You can't fail if you never quit. That was it. If you never quit, you can't fail. If you just keep on going and you play for infinity, then you can never quit. You can never lose. You will always win if you just never quit. Very valuable lesson there from Timothy. Right, BenTheCuber. I also didn't tell him he was going to be included in this video, but essentially, I kind of got a little bit of like YouTube coaching of him. This is when I was like doing all my shorts and stuff and like prioritizing subscribers, and he's got like, I'm not even sure how big he is anymore, but I know he's got like loads of millions of views, which is like massive respect to him. Also, the power of networking as well. Somehow Ari knows the guy that connected me with Ruff. Somehow he also knows BenTheCuber, which is pretty cool. That's how networking works, honestly. But as I was saying, I went all through all the messages I had with him, and what I came up with was 2 bullet points, which was the main lessons he was giving me, and that was, first one is to find what works. Find what works and find not the way, obviously the way he was putting it, because he's like a shorts channel and he's making his money, doing it his way and like getting the views, obviously. And I obviously like respecting him for that, but we're different from that and we actually want to help people with it. So finding what works and finding what people vibe with and finding what actually helps people. Obviously, you have to be truly authentic, but if you are trying to be valuable, are trying to be valuable to your viewer and you are trying to help people, then finding what works and finding what actually helps people the most, that is what's going to actually get you the results in the long term. Because as I said before, helping people and not caring about the views will get you the views. Like, just caring about helping people will get you the results in the long term. And so finding what works and finding what helps people the most is definitely like a W move there. I don't know why I'm saying a W move. I never speak like that. Ow. There's like something spiky on my bottoms or something. I don't know. Ow, that really hurt. I'm going crazy, I swear. Alright. Second lesson from him is that things can change fast. This applies to anything in life. And what I mean by things can change fast is you can become successful in a week. You can become successful in a day. That's because of the compound effect. And you've probably already know this. You might not know the name of it, but essentially, when you start, Your results are down here. Your results are down here. Yes. You can probably see my hand here, can't you? You can see my hand here. Your results are down here. Yes. And as you do more and more, your results are going up, but they don't go up in a straight line like that. Your results don't go up in a straight line. Instead, your results, they start going up slowly, and the results speed up and they accelerate and they go exponentially. So your results, they don't go like this and just go straight up like that in a straight line. It's more of a curved line where it's like exponential like that. And so things can change fast. That's what the compound effect is. You could put years of work in, yes, and not get any results, and then you just do an extra week of work and you get 1,000 times the results of what you got in that year. That's the beauty of the compound effect. Jak Piggott, who was in this video earlier, I really realised this about him because he was doing YouTube for like, how long was it? Let's go on his channel quickly. Let's go on his channel so I can get the actual like statistics and everything. Right, he's been doing YouTube for, how long ago was his oldest video? His oldest video was 2 years ago, so it's probably old. Like, when was it uploaded? Because it's probably longer than 2 years. January, honestly, it's about 2 years. No, almost 3 years. January 9th. He's been doing YouTube for almost 3 years. Okay, I've seen on his like Instagram story and stuff. I don't know, like he was no. He was on 20k because I found him when he was on like 20k. He was on 20k, like he was on 20k probably like, where was it? He was on 20k like. I'm just trying to do all analytic stuff. He was on 20k about 3 months ago, I'd say. About 3 months, no, less than that, like about 2 months ago he was on about 20k, I'd say. That's just like a rough guess. 2 months ago he was on 20k, now he is on 370k. It took him 3 years to get to 20k. And then another 2 months to get to 370k subs. That's the compound effect, and everything has changed for him in those months, hasn't it? Everything has changed for him in those months. And that's the whole point that Ben's giving here. That things can change incredibly fast. In those whole 3 years, if Jak had quit, he wouldn't have got these results. But he carried on, and then all the results came in 2 months. I can only expect he's going to get even more views. He got his first video with like 1 million views the other day, which is honestly crazy. Bro, 1.2 million views, that's got 200k views overnight. That is crazy. That video is going to the top, honestly. Like he's got so many results so fast, and that's because he put the work in. So you put the work in here, you're not getting it's like the plateau of latent potential or something like that. James Clear talked about it in Atomic Habits. But essentially, you don't get many results, and you suddenly get loads and loads of results. And at the start, you have to just accept that you're not going to get many results. Right, last guy, Moneymaxxing. Essentially, I used to have coaching with him, like YouTube coaching. Basically, like due to his like special terms and conditions and stuff, essentially he said I was going to lose out on a week of coaching for this rant, like for Christmas thing. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to say who's right or wrong in this because I don't want to cause any more resentment. He's not going to see this anyway, is he? Essentially, I asked this to him, like, what is some valuable YouTube advice? Take a bet on yourself. Take a bet on yourself is the first thing he said, and this is valuable because it's again like not doubting yourself. If you never try it, you'll never know if you're gonna be good at it or not. If you never upload a YouTube video and you never try and speak on camera like this, how will you ever know how good you are at speaking on camera? So you just have to at least try. Take a bet on yourself that it could work, and just try it at least. No niche is saturated. No niche is... People use this excuse where it's like, oh, I don't want to start a self-improvement channel because the whole niche is saturated and you're not... Yeah, people use the excuse where it's like, oh, this niche is saturated and I'll never get any reviews. Never get any views or anything because the niche is saturated and there's too much competition. Honestly, bro, if you enjoy doing the work, that's all that matters. And if you enjoy doing the work, you'll be good at the work and then you will succeed. And so you shouldn't use the excuse that a niche is saturated because you can succeed in any niche. It'll be slightly harder in some niches than others. Honestly, I've made loads of channels. It really doesn't matter. It really just, the only thing that truly matters about your success is how much work you put in and how much you enjoy doing it. Oh, this next one's really valuable. All right. Take hate comments as criticism because they usually have some truth in them. Again, I made a whole video about this. I think it's called like Why Forgiving. I'm not going to look for it. I think it's like called like Why Forgiving is so valuable or something. It's something like that. Yeah, take hate comments as criticism. Take hate comments as criticism because what I usually see people do is, I did this in the Q&A video. It's like, oh, it's sunny outside, the sun's setting. Like, bro, nature is so beautiful, and outside is so beautiful. I get distracted by it sometimes. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, take hate comments as criticism because they usually have some truth in them. Yes, because sometimes people will hate on you because they're jealous. Most of the time people will hate on you because they disagree with you. And most of the time they disagree with you because they have a point. Most of the time people have a point when they disagree with you because people aren't usually going to disagree with you just for the sake of disagreeing with you. Which means they'll have if they do disagree with you, that means they'll have a reason to disagree with you. And that reason must have some truth in it. That reason must have some truth in it for them to believe in it. And so you have to, every hate comment I get, I'll be thinking, okay, why has this guy said what he said? And if I can't figure that out, I'll ask him, okay, what is your reasoning for this hate comment? Why do you think this? And most of the time he'll just they wouldn't have a reason and they'll just say, oh yeah, I just don't like you. Or they'll just repeat themselves in the reply. But sometimes I've had quite a few civilized debates and quite a good few Right, I need to take a break, sorry. Right, okay. A lot of the time, you'll have not a lot of the time, sometimes you'll have a civilized debate with them and then they'll give you their reasoning for it. And it's I've learned so much, I can go into, I'm not going to do it. I keep doing that, right. In my comment section, I can go, on my YouTube studio comments, I can see, and I've probably had about 30 or 40 debates with people. And I'm not exaggerating that, I've probably had about 30 or 40 debates with people. And I've got so much value from that because it's made me see what people's reasons are for not agreeing with me. And if I can understand their reasons, then I can make contradictory things and I can make, I can make arguments against those reasons to convince them even more that my reasoning is right. And so understanding why people disagree with you is so valuable because if you don't, and if you just say, oh yeah, I'm right, they're wrong, and you don't look into why they think they're right, then you're ignorant to that. And if you're ignorant about it, then it's you're just being ignorant and you're never going to learn as much as you possibly could. Sorry, my voice is going, I'm quite sick. Then have zero expectations with YouTube. Having expectations is a recipe for failure. Having expectations, if you expect to blow up on YouTube, most of the time you won't, and then you're just going to be disappointed, you're going to be demotivated, and then you're not going to really be motivated to work. And if you're not motivated to work, then you're not going to be happy about working. Sorry, my voice is really going. I think I might have COVID, I don't know. I mean, I don't really get sick much, and when I do get sick, it's just I might be getting sick, I'm sick right now, and I'm still fine. That's just called having a good immune system. Cold showers and healthiness. Cold showers and being healthy does that to you. So, back to the point. Having zero expectations with YouTube. Because if you have expectations and you're not going to reach those expectations and then you get disappointed, then you're not going to want to carry on doing YouTube. And so you just have to go with it with zero expectations. Just go with the expectation. No, don't go with any expectations. Just go with the No. Just go with the desire to learn. Start YouTube with the desire to learn and the desire to help people and you will win. If you just care about helping people and you just care about learning and getting better at helping people, that's so valuable. And something else that's just reminded me about this is when you start YouTube, Hamza's giving this advice and I know Mr. Beast is giving this advice too. Just do your first 100 videos with no expectations, not caring about the views, not caring whatsoever about the views. And if you don't care whatsoever about the views, then you're just going to be focused on getting better at making videos. And if you just spend your first 50 or 100 videos trying to get better at making videos, then you're going to be so much better at making videos. Think about it this way. Your first video, yes, it's going to be the worst video on your channel probably. It's probably going to be the worst video on your channel, right? Because every time you make a video, you get better at making videos. And so your second video, you're going to have the experience on the first video. And so that second video is going to be even better. Times that by 100, your 100th video is going to be so much better than your first video. And so why should you care about getting views when you're not even good at making videos? Get good at making videos first, and then start trying to make videos that will actually properly help people and I don't know. Anyway, this video, I believe it has got a lot of value in. It's got a lot of value from a lot of different YouTubers here. And this is just the power of networking, honestly. I've got a lot of value from this too. I really, really hope this helps you. Go join my Discord server, link in the description. I might honestly make it so that you have to apply. That's some more advice Jack gave to me, that you should make your Discord server so you have to apply because, long story short, his Discord server, it wasn't the best. And then basically it got nuked, it got like completely deleted, not completely deleted, but a lot of the stuff that it got like destroyed by a rogue admin. And then essentially he just like he realized that no one in there was getting any value because it was like the Discord server was so terrible, and so he just completely deleted it. And I'm not going to let that happen with my community, so you might have to apply to join my community, I don't know, but yeah, hope this video was really valuable for you, bro. Oh my god, 52 minutes. I was not expecting it to be that long, bro. Okay, I was expecting this to be like half an hour long at most. Okay, 52 minutes, goodbye.